Welcome back, YouTubers. This is going to be a review of the Kamen Rider Decade original Decadriver, not the re-release or the 2.0 version released with Kamen Rider ZO. Now, I'll be doing a general overview of this, but be aware that mine has a small fault in it, so it can occasionally glitch. So please keep in mind that will occasionally happen. Now, to go into the main difference, this is a Korean version of the Decadriver. So the cards are identical to the American versions, the Japanese versions, except with Korean lettering here. So please be aware of that. However, they function identically. Observe. This, however, does not mean that every card is the same, as there are a fair number that aren't. For example, the card here is for Fai's Blaster. It'll just say Fai's when you put it in. However, the ones from the Complete series do not have that feature. They will instead just error. Now, there are other cards that will give random amalgamations, but there are basically only a few differences for this Decadriver. First, form rides. They'll say form ride on the card, and if it's compatible. There is a fair number that aren't, like the Complete Selection form ride for this one. As you can see, has a completely different pattern. This one is not usable with the Complete Selection, only the original cards. And it'll do that for any form ride card. State the rider and then the next stage. Then we have the next cards. Attack rides. Then we have final form rides. And as you can see, those share the same pattern. So again, there is no difference for any of the final form rides. They say the rider's name and do the exact same effect each time. The same is also true of the attack ride cards. Final attack ride cards. They state the name of the rider and then the effects. However, there is one exception. This is the all statement card, as I like to say it. It does everything. Listen. Unfortunately, the Complete Selection Series one has a completely different set. So unfortunately, it will not let you do that. Also, any of the cards that say Final Ride and are yellow like this, that's all they do. They aren't going to give you like a rider name with it. But that's the basics of the device. Now, you can slot in other cards to it. For example, any of the rider cards like Kuga, Agito, etc., they will give the transformation sound. And you can do this all the way through all of the rider cards that were created up to this point, which is, I think, all the riders up to Decade. Oh, sorry about that. And these are the complete selection ones, so as I said, these are compatible, so you don't have to worry. It's only a few odd exceptions that are the problem. And that was all of the original Kamen rides. Now, unfortunately, some of the cards don't work. For example, ones that you would think would work from the complete selection don't trigger. Like this is for Kamen Rider 1. And as you can see, it errors. So, no dice there. But if you were to put in, say, one of the original riders, like, say, Kamen Rider number 1. And they just state the names. And I collected most of them, but they didn't release all of the rider cards with the same format. Plus, all of the releases of the rider cards outside of the main series all had the picture of what was on it on the corner there. So, a little annoying, if you ask me. And the speaker is right here, so if it sounds muffled, that's part of the reason. Too bad we didn't get Tackle. Some of these things just don't want to come out. Now, up to that point, they did release those riders, but these next ones were never released in the Gamba Rider game, so these you would never have gotten before. They were still programmed in, I believe, though. Now, unfortunately, this next one will probably error, because while it was released in Gamba Rider, it was well after the toy was produced, so it's unlikely they programmed this one in properly. And there's the error message. And that's what will happen with any of the other cards. You may get a couple to do something, but more than likely you'll get an error message with them. But unless it's an original card or one of the few that I've shown here that do work with this, you're mostly going to get error messages. For example, this is the card for Skull. And that's what most of the riders, like secondary riders and such, were programmed into this once they were put in the Gamba Rider game. They were just given a blank generic Kamen ride option. So while they're usable, they don't do anything special. In fact, I think this is the Gamba Rider blank. Yeah, does nothing. Oh well. Anyway, sorry about that. Dogs are jumping on the doors looking at squirrels. But anyway, that's the basics of this. There is, however, one more card from the complete selection that was released with the original that does work. The Televi-kun card, released in Televi-kun magazine. And that's the basics on the original Decadriver. Now, unfortunately, these days, it's pretty outdated. The newer Decadriver that was released as the complete selection has individual cards, like form rides with the names of the forms, as well as far more attack rides and the like. The cards, as you've seen, some are the same, some aren't. It's basically up to experimentation, but if you use what I've shown here as a guide, you have a general idea what each one will do. Now, this one is far cheaper than the complete selection one, but the complete selection one has a better library, and this one only came with the original 10 cards, just the Kamen ride cards. No final attacks, no final forms, nothing. So unless you get a later version or one that comes with a bunch of extras, I do not recommend buying this product as it is, simply because they made a better version of it later on. Of course, this took years to happen, that's why I have all three now. Go fig. I'm a sucker for this series as it's one of my favorites. Kamen Rider Decade was the series I watched from beginning to end as it came out. I got into Kamen Rider, well, at least watching it when Kiva came out. I'd been a fan of the concept and had heard the stories of it, but until I found TV Nihon and other sources like that, I was unable to watch it. So this one will always have a special place to me. So thank you for your time. Please like and subscribe, comment below, and share this video. And I'll see you guys all on the next one. Ciao!